functional. They don't think they need the pretty stuff and all that stuff. Well, this is a perfect choice, and it comes to us from a company called HP, which I know you know. #1 brand in electronics here at HSN for years and years and years. So leave it to them to come up with a wonderful shredder. This is not like any other shredder that we've ever offered. We've offered shredders in the very beginning of time, back years ago. We did the strip cut shredding, right? Which cut everything in strips, but if you also saw the movie, was it Argo? Where they were able to put those back together, that's not really a good way to shred. Then they did cross cut, which was better, okay? And then they did micro cut, which was the best. Well, guess what? There's a new guy in town, all right? It's called fine cut. Literally, it's almost, I mean, it's like debris, it's like dust. It's like, I've never seen anything this fine a cut. This will give you the maximum amount of protection and security for things like your tax documents. And I will tell you, I was talking to you beforehand because I might buy this one. My old shredder kicked on me about a year ago, and I haven't bought a new one. But I have about 7 years of tax returns in my house, and I want to get rid of them. They say you're only supposed to keep, what, 3 to 5 years or something like that? And I want to get rid of them. You got to lose those Social Security numbers. You got to get rid of those receipts. All that stuff, because if you don't think people are looking through trash, you would be wrong. There are people that make a living, dumpster divers, that will pull up your precious information, Social Security number, bank statements, all that stuff. If you get this today, we took $50 off the price from HP. Aaron's gonna show you the cuts to show you how fine it is. $50 off. It is also free shipping, okay? It is also $50 off with a brand new HSN credit card, which drops the price to $79.99. Especially this time of year where you're starting to make a lot of purchases. You really need to protect your identity. Identity theft is only getting worse and worse every year. I don't know what the statistics are now, but I know it's pretty bad. We've had 2 or 3 of our hosts that had identity theft issues here. I know Marlo dealt with it for a long time. $50 off. Colors really quickly. I'll start off in the front, okay? This one over here is called Eucalyptus, which is just a great sort of a pale green color. I got a dozen or so left in this color. By the way, pull-out bin, large capacity, I think it's 4.5 gallons, fantastic. There are lots of other features Aaron will get into. This one here is called Oasis, so this is just that beautiful blue color. The one up top here is called Thistle, easy to remember. This is Portobello in the middle, and then finally we have it in black. Aaron we put a clear basket on the one over there so you can see how it works, but Aaron, top of the line shredder.
The best of the best.
Best of the best from HP. And where do you see the shreds?
#1 company in America when it comes to computers. #1 company in America when it comes to printer. #1 company in America when we think of doing our officing at home. Taking care of business at our house. I put 1 sheet through, I put 2 sheets through. You're gonna see now, I just wanna spread these out to show you. I'm gonna put 3 sheets through. You can put up to 10 sheets at a time through the manual shredder in front, which is so important, is you don't have to baby this. Not just sheets, oh, and by the way, you don't have to sort of very carefully put them in like I am there either. You can just kind of stuff them in they go, and that's all you have to worry about. You don't have to worry about any sort of maintenance or upkeep. So different than the shredder guy would have bought a couple of years ago. You don't have to worry about oil sheets. You don't have to worry about lubricating the blades. It is
no maintenance.
There's no maintenance. It comes fully assembled. Check this out. These are credit cards. So when you get credit card offers in the mail, all of that stuff has your address. A lot of it has a ton of personal information for you and your family. You just want to get rid of them. One other quick thing to show you here, and then I'm going to show you, I'm saving the best kind of for last. Look, I'm gonna fill this with staples, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It used to be you had to pull all your staples out before you put them through the shredder, right? Because it wasn't good for the machine. You don't have to worry about that anymore either. Yes, sir.
It even fine cuts the credit cards.
It fine cuts
because the other ones don't do the same cut on the credit card. They have a special little spot.
And it's a bigger one. That's a great point. So it's the same blades, it's the same cut for everything. You can see here, I'm just gonna throw in a little bit more of a stack. This is one of the very best things about this, is an auto doc feeder. It has a 100-page auto document feeder. So like Guy said, he's got 7 years of tax information to get through.
Those are 40 pages.
You don't want to spend your whole weekend doing that, right? So you just pop in a stack, get rid of your junk mail, your financial information, your medical records, your credit cards, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I want to talk about the fineness of this shred for just a minute. So check this out. Another really nice feature. If you've got kids, if you've got pets, anybody around the house, if they pull out the bin, it stops the blades automatically.
Automatic.
So it's just a really nice safety feature that's built in. Look at how fine this shred is.
That looks like snowflakes.
It's
I
tiny.
mean, look at that.
It is just.
By the way, that makes great
tiny.
packing material.
Yeah, that's great. You can absolutely recycle it.
Look at
you
that.
know what else it does? It doesn't take up a lot of space. The smaller the shred, the smaller the amount of air between each shred.
So you have less space to fill up?
That's right. So you can put a lot more sheets at this size than you can, say, at a crosscut size. Then when I put it back in here, it starts again automatically. I tell you what, I'll go back to Guy to remind you guys of the colors, especially before the eucalyptus sells out. Then we'll take a look at sort of the history of shredding. We'll take a look at the different sizes over the years.
Yeah, because I want you to see that that's important. And you know what's interesting as I'm watching? It's doing it so fine, it's continuing to pulverize whatever is in there.
Yeah.
So if you want this one, this is called eucalyptus. This is eucalyptus. How many left in the? 10 left in eucalyptus. If you want it, it also comes in oasis. It comes in thistle, it comes in portobello, and it comes in black. Aaron is going to show you really what the difference is. Poor Valerie, it snowed on them. They put Valerie in the bin.
When
Poor
diving,
little thing. Look at. Will you show everybody though that?
Fine.
Yeah, there's Valerie.
Everyone's
She's okay. The bin, yeah, nothing in the bin. You can't get your hands in there from the bin. But the progression of where we've come from has come a long way. Aaron can show you that.
Oh yeah, let's do it. Let's take a look. So, sort of the brief history, very brief history of shredding here. To Guy's point, this is strip shredding. This is kind of where we started, and it was, better than nothing. But the problem is an awful lot of personal information is still left on there. Thieves are very, very good at what they do. People who want your information, if you leave your information like this, they're going to figure it out really fast, right? So we went from strip shredding, this goes away, to cross-cut shredding. Cross-cut basically took the strips and cut them smaller, but there's still an awful lot of alphanumeric information.
It's almost an entire Social Security number right there.
It's way too much, way too much.
Right.
Then we got into micro-cut shredding. This has been the best we've been able to do. You can still, if you really work at it, make out a couple, maybe 3 or 4 digits at a time with micro-cut.
But again, Aaron, look at the pile.
That's the biggest
bigger
thing.
Shreds means you're going to have to empty the basket way more often.
You're taking up more space, right? This is your newest. This is your fine cut shred.
That's awesome.
It is the most complete sort of decimation, if you will, outside of burning your paper. It is the best way to totally shred your information. And it's not just Guy, and it's not just me that thinks this is a good idea. Certainly we do. Years ago, I was a victim of identity theft. I was traveling abroad. I actually studied abroad in England for a semester, and I got back, and there was a credit card in my name, and I said, Mom, because I still lived at home, right? I was in college. She was like, oh, I've been paying that for months. She didn't know that I hadn't taken it out. And it's that kind of thing. It can just sort of slip by. You want to make sure you do the things that the government recommends. Like, there are many steps consumers can take to minimize your risk of being an identity theft victim. For example, consumers should closely guard their Social Security numbers and should, this is what's important, shred your charge receipts, shred copies of credit applications, and shred other sensitive documents. When do you shred things? Guy was just talking about this. Certainly after 7 years, you shred everything. But right away, they recommend you shred your sales and ATM receipts, your credit card statements, your credit card offers, and your paid utility bills. After up to a year, your pay stubs, your bank statements, and your paid undisputed medical bills. And after 7 years, man, get rid of pretty much everything. Tax documents, W-2s, 1099s, all that.
I've said for years, and I miss it because mine died about a year ago, and I had it for about 6 or 7 years, so it was a great investment. It's the best way to organize your life that you can do easily. Because I don't know about you, I used to, especially when I was single, first became single, I'd have a pile of mail, most of which was crap, junk mail.
Junk.
I'd have it on my kitchen table, and every time I'd look at it, I would be like, ugh, I got to go through all this stuff. Now, because I can tell from the exterior of the envelope whether it's crud or not, I go right through, and since it can do 10 pages at a time, I can put entire envelopes unopened right in there. And here's the other thing. It's not just your Social Security, your bank, credit card numbers, okay? It's your address. What about medical prescriptions from doctors? Do you really want to leave that out? And most impressive, and why I'm pretty sure I'm going to buy it, Aaron, is it fine cuts credit cards.
Yeah.
Most of the other units out there have a separate credit card, which just strips it out and cuts it in pieces.
Right, that's not what this does.
That is not. You cannot put it back together. So we are over 1,800 We sold out of
Eucalyptus?
eucalyptus is
Okay,
gone.
gone.
So we'll take that one. Thistle or portobello. These two will be the next to go.
Cool.
I like this color. You only have one presentation of this today.
This is it. Yeah, I'm done.
So, because we don't have a lot to go around, and already 1,800 are gone, really quickly, $50 off, all right? That's a big deal. It's on sale. $50 off from HP, all right? You're getting free shipping and handling. That's another $18. This is not lightweight. Oh, by the way, it comes on wheels. So if you want to hide it away in a closet, pull it out once or twice a week to shred everything, you can do that as well. So it's on caster wheels. $50 off, plus if you get a brand new HSN credit card today, we'll take another $50 off. We will put $50 of spendable cash in your account. So now you're dropping the price down to $79.